Why some people will write JAMB will not make it. Some people will make it, but they will not get admission. So here are some of the reasons why when you write JAMB, it's not only about writing a JAMB. You write JAMB, sometimes you find out that you didn't get admission, or sometimes you find out that you find it very difficult to make up the JAMB due to one or two issues. So preferably, as I promised you earlier, I'm going to take you through. I'm going to teach you some basic things you will need to know before you register for the JAMB in 2026. So it is important. The first thing you have to know is you have to get a registered SIM card. You have to have a SIM card which is registered. Let's say MTN, Airtel, or Glo. That SIM card is very important because it will be the only SIM card or the only phone number you are going to use throughout your careers in JAMB. Let's say you did not make it for this year. Next year you want to rewrite JAMB. You still have to use that same number. So with that phone number now, you can do everything pertaining JAMB. Sometimes you might forget the password you use and stuff like this. So secondly, register an email. Make sure when you register that email, you highlight that, you jot the passwords elsewhere so that you will not forget, because that email is going to be very important while printing your admission letter, while printing your original JAMB, while doing many things in the JAMB. So that a phone number and email, they are very, very necessary. It is that phone number you use to send to get your profile code I'm talking about. So preferably that phone number should be yours, because we have seen many cases where people use other people's phone number and all of a sudden maybe that person did not care because he has not done anything important with that phone number. He might not welcome it back whenever it got lost or stuff like this. And anytime you want to do anything pertaining to JAMB, you have to call that person. So I think it is advisable that you get your own phone number. So that's the first thing. The second thing I want to highlight is your information. That's your name. Make sure the name on your NIN, because that's what JAMB will recognize. The name on your NIN, on your national ID card, your name, your age, your local government of origin, and your state of origin should all tally with what is in your credential, because when you go to register JAMB, they will recognize, let's say you use Plateau State, and maybe now you are using Latvia as a local government of origin. So JAMB will recognize Plateau State, the one you have on your NIN, and the indigent form you are having, the indigent certificate is for Nasarawa State. So you see where you start having issue with this, and maybe you are using 3 names, and on your NIN you have 2 names. So you see, you have to correct it very quick, even though JAMB will give room for correction, but it's going to take you some expenses and some school. In some situation, when you want to apply for pursuit term for the school you applied, you find out that they will not verify your WAEC or NECO, because the name on your WAEC is different from the name on your NIN, and it is because the name on your NIN will appear on your JAMB. So maybe you take a look at this and make your necessary correction. Your age, your name, your gender, your state of origin should all tally with what is in your credential. The age for anybody that wants to partake in JAMB is not going to be less than 16. For 2026, your age should not be less than 16 years. If you know you are less than 16 years, maybe you can wait for whenever your age as you reach 16, because whenever you register, the portal will not even accept. Even the portal accept, they can, whenever you want to print admission or results, after everything they will tell you underage, and that's how they will just disqualify you. So it is important to make sure you know your date of birth. The date of birth on your NIN, that's what is going to appear on your JAMB. The next thing here, it is where most people get issue. Listen attentively. Okay, the course now I want to read. This is where most people fumble. If you want to read nursing, for instance, the course combination is English is compulsory. Everybody is writing English. You write English, you write biology, chemistry, physics. These are the basic. These are the subjects you must register for your JAMB. That's your subject combination. Then you have to compare it with what you have on your NECO or WAEC. That's how to apply. That's how to go about it. You compare it with what is in your NECO or what is in your WAEC. Apart from that, when you know your subject combination, if you want to read law, for instance, you write English, you write government, you write literature in English, and then you write any other art subject. So, if in case, and this combination we are talking about, it is not something that you are going to, you can change it. You can change it actually before JAMB start reprinting slip. So it is very important that before you go for the registration, you know the subject you are going there to register. If you don't know, actually you might just waste your JAMB, because even if you got 200 or 250 in that JAMB, no school will give you admission without you having the correct subject combination. So it is very, very important. You can just browse them. You can browse, maybe if you want to read let's say nutrition, dietetics, or any other course, sociology for instance, you Google what is the subject combination for sociology. That is very, very important, because you cannot just go and select any subject and you are expecting the school to give you admission anyhow. School doesn't give admission, because the admission is coming through JAMB, and JAMB must have to ascertain that your subject combination is correct. So that is number one. That is for this one. Your choice of institution. The choice of institution, maybe you want to apply for Uni Ilorin, Uni Lagos, Unilag, and Uni Abuja, or Federal University Lafia, etc. Make sure the course you want to study is available in that school. And if I will advise you, there are some of the schools that don't normally go for strikes, you know. So you have to make sure you know the school you want to go and study, you know how they go about their students, and ask some little question about the school. The course you want to read, in that school, is the course accredited? Not because they say this school is offering this course, I just want to go and register. No, the school must, you have to confirm if the course you want to read in that school is accredited by NUC, Nigeria University Commission. That's number one. And then you may really not have a very good chance of securing admission in those big schools, so you have to know your whereabouts before you apply any school you feel like you want to apply because your friends are studying in that school. These are some of the key things you need to know. In summary, let me just summarize everything. Number one, I made mention of correcting all issues with your NIN. That's the age, your biodata age, name, state of origin, and other stuff like this. you go through JAMB brochure to know the available courses in that school you want to register. You want to go and register. Whenever you want to register, they will give you a brochure, so you check the available courses in that school. I say you should make sure also to know ensure that your GSM number, that's your phone number, and your email are functional. That phone number, don't lose it, because throughout your JAM and your school time, you are going to maintain that phone number, because in the absence of that phone number, it will cause you additional stress and expenses too. While you want to register for a JAM, you go to accredited CBT center. Only accredited CBT center can register your JAM. Don't go to anyhow cafe. It's not everybody that can, any cafe that can register you. So you go to an accredited CBT center to write your JAM. They will issue you form, and you have to make sure you are there in person, because somebody cannot go and register JAM for you. If you do that mistake, whenever you want to write the exam, you are going to, there is going to be a thumbprint, and even not the exam now, printing of admission letter and other stuff, they are making it mandatory that you have to thumbprint. So if you are not there in person, that means you have disqualified yourself already. And that form they give you to fill, please try and fill it very effective. Be very vigilant about it, because any mistake can cause you can cause your JAM issue. So please try and pay attention to the information, not only the information you fill on paper. During the registration, it is required that while they are registering you, there should be a double screen. The system, the computer should be a double screen. One screen is facing you and one is facing the person doing the registration. So the one facing you is for you to be looking at it and seeing how it is, how everything about you is being typed, your address, your phone number, and other stuff. Make sure you look at the screen and see that everything is intact. So these are some of the basic things I can say for now about JAM. So don't fail to share this to your friends, so that they can also get acquainted to what is going on about this JAM. And if you have any question or you have any contribution, you can just drop it on the comment section. Let's have some rapport and touch. So is there anything you want me to let you know about JAM again? All right, you are free to ask your question. Thank you. Happy Friday.